Hey, welcome back to Carlo Perusa MMA. I'm Carlo Perusa, and I am with the matchmaker and one of the bosses here, Gamebred FC, Mr. Dean Toole. Dean, we're in Orlando, Florida, getting ready for Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA 7. You and Jorge and your team have put together one hell of a card, to put it nicely. 8 contests, headlined by the first ever MMA Bareknuckle World Heavyweight title, Junior Dos Santos taking on Alan Belcher. Overall, initial thoughts, is this going to be nothing but straight fireworks, this whole card?
8 fights, 8 KOs. Don't know when, but they'll all end and finish like 1,000,000%. If one goes to a decision, I'll be very, very, very shocked. So that's why we matched this card the way we did, so they all end like that. So.
Now, the main event, obviously, Dos Santos Belcher, first MMA World Heavyweight title, 7th event now with this promotion. Is a world title something that you guys were thinking about for a while now? Do you feel like this signifies a lot of growth and development in this organization by finally getting at that point where, you can do a match like that?
Well, so obviously we've been around for a long time, 14 years doing island fights, Icon, our other promotions, and on our pro level for those events, we never really did title fights because our guys were getting to the UFC so quick. Like anybody that fought more than 3 times was gone. So we never really had a chance to put on title fights. This is obviously super different. We're getting former world champions, former UFC Fight of the Night guys, just every which way. These guys either at the latter end of their career or they're just choosing to come here because they want to fight, and it's just a lot more violent. But it does say a lot about the growth. It means that we want champions here. We want to build out our divisions. We want to develop the divisions. Our heavyweight division is absolutely nasty right now. You got Fabricio Verdum, Roy Nelson, Alan Belcher, Dylan Kleckler. There's so many more. Junior Dos Santos, Alan Belcher. I mean, like I don't know. There's a million other ones. The guy Guto Asinte, who's a former Glory Kickboxing, is an absolute savage. Maurice Green, that would have been another killer fight. Both Glory Kickboxing veterans with an MMA background. It's exactly what we're looking for. Chase Sherman. Our heavyweight division's ridiculous. Win, lose, or draw, all these guys are going to have someone else that's to fight no matter if they win or lose. So that's how stacked the division is, and that's what we're excited about. We want to do that with every division, not just the heavyweights. We're glad we have all these guys. We want to do it with the females, the 115, 125, 135 weight divisions. We want to do it with every weight division. So we really want to, the only way we can do that is have more events. So once we can get to 1 event a month or 2 events a month, if we're doing 24 shows a year, we could really start to develop that. But right now we're trying to develop our stars, and I think we're doing a good job.
In addition to the guys at the press conference today, Alex Nicholson, Chase Sherman, Alan Belcher, Junior Dos Santos, there's some new faces to this card. There's guys like Jesse Ronson, TJ Brown. Are guys now just reaching out to you, wanting to be part of this?
Yeah, they always have. Everybody reaches out to us. Every single person from every organization that exists, even current champions, always reach out to us. We're pretty selective. That's the only shitty thing, excuse my language, the only shitty thing about our organization is we don't have a ton of dates right now. We don't have 24 dates a year or 36 shows a year, so we can't bring in every single person that hits us up. So right now we're looking for a specific type of fighters. We're looking for those Fight of the Night guys. We're looking for guys that come to fight. And some people are like, oh, they don't sign grapplers. We'll sign anybody as long as they look for finishes. If it's a grappler that tries to finish fights, we'll book them all day. Guys like Christian Lozon, we'd love to have people with super exciting jiu-jitsu. The Chase Hoopers of the world, people that are super exciting to watch on the ground. Everybody hits us up, but we're very selective in who we're choosing. And TJ Brown is an absolute dog. Jesse Ronson's a dog. Anthony Njokwani, all these fights. Brandon Jenkins, Tyler Hill. These are all people that I've grown up watching. A lot of the people have competed for me on one of the other promotions that I've owned, so I know them very well. It's not like we're taking a shot in the dark and hoping these guys come to fight. I know all these fighters. They've fought for me. They've fought right in front of me, so they've literally had their virtual tryout, you can say, right in front of my eyes and in front of Georgia. So
Jorge made a big announcement on Ariel Helwani's show yesterday. Icon's coming back at the end of the year?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're in the process of doing that now. It could be earlier than before the end of the year, but that'll be back also. Gamebred Boxing as well.
Now, following this contest, following this event, rather, what should we expect for the rest of the year? Maybe a couple more bare knuckles?
At least, I would say at least 6. And the only reason... Oh, well, okay. So hopefully George will be boxing a few times this year. So, you know, and that would be like a co-promotion with the Gamebred boxing banner. So, you know, maybe that would kind of make our amount of events go down a little, but we should definitely have 6. And then in 2025, the minimum would be 1 a month.
Now, going back towards this card, why should people watch? Why should people tune in Saturday?
Because it's exactly what we tell people. This is the most violent show on earth. These are the most violent fighters. Just the Alex Nicholson-Chase Sherman fight, you know, Chase Sherman has the highest KO percentage and finish rate of any other heavyweight in the entire world. Alan Belcher is on an 11-fight win streak. Nobody talks about this. No one brings it up. No one brought it up at the press conference. That's the biggest win streak for any heavyweight, almost in any combat sport outside of boxing right now. So, like, this guy's going to fight Junior Dos Santos, former UFC heavyweight champion, who's one of the best in the world, and Alan Belcher's on an 11-fight win streak in boxing, bare-knuckle boxing, and bare-knuckle MMA. So there's a lot of things people aren't bringing up. Everybody brings up that Alan Belcher is a former 185 and he's not a heavyweight, but they don't know Alan Belcher used to walk at 235 to 238. He used to cut the most weight of any middleweight in combat sports. So he's always been a heavyweight. He's never not been a heavyweight. So all that stuff is kind of like crazy talk. But the guy went on a great run in BKFC, a great run in professional boxing. He was going to fight Rockman on the Misfits card, and then that ended up not happening. But I think he would have won that fight. And then a lot of more people would know how good he is on the feet. Roy Nelson is a super, super tough fight for anybody. And I'm so excited to watch that fight, but everybody needs to tune in because these are 2 of the best free agent heavyweights in the world right now, and they're going to fight each other on Saturday night. And it's not just that fight. Alex Nicholson, Chase Sherman is an absolute bloodbath. Like, I don't even, if anybody even speaks to me before that fight starts, I'm going to have to tell them to leave me alone because I got to watch that fight. I'm so excited about it. They're both my friends. They both competed for me probably 10 times each, from the UFC, pre-UFC, UFC, post-UFC, helped these guys get fights, not even on my own shows, but organizations all over the world, Russia, you name it, Alex and Chase. And everybody else. Brandon Jenkins has fought for me since 2010, you know, and it's 2024, and he's fighting on our bare-knuckle MMA card. So a lot of people. I think we have 11 total UFC vets on this card. I'm super excited to watch TJ Brown. We lost the Nalo fight due to a visa situation at the border, but that would have been an incredible fight. Josh Weems, thank God, stepped up, shows what type of person he is, took the fight on 1 day, 2 days notice. He's on his way down here now. You know, Pennifield Bennett, Carl Roberson versus Henderson Fiera. We lost Adriano Capitolino to a broken rib. And this guy's 19-5, one of the toughest people in the world. It's going to be one of the best fights on the card also. A lot of people aren't talking about that. I don't even think people know that was a replacement yet. But I forget who else is on the card that I'm missing, but yeah.
Anvar?
Oh, man, that one. Like, not a lot of people know that guy, but that guy has hundreds of fights, hundreds of kickboxing matches, a kickboxing world champion. The other, what's his name? His opponent,
Marlon Gonzalez.
Marlon Gonzalez is like from Combate, excellent striker, super exciting. Trains with T. Gray. That's Luis Palomino's coach. Everybody from that gym are absolute killers. That's where one of my favorite fighters, Ignacio Bahamondes, came from that gym originally. That's where we all first met. So you can expect nothing but fireworks with that fight too. No one's talking about that one, but that's a major sleeper for fight of the night.
That's Dean Toole. I'm Carl Prusa. Tune in Saturday night.